Not sure where to start with your Canadian Citizenship Test preparation? Don't worry. We're here to simplify things and provide what matters most to you. On this channel, you'll find everything you need to pass on your first try, guaranteed. This is part 1 of our complete 500 question series, based on the official study guide and designed to help you pass. Make sure to watch every question. Each one is important and can help you pass with confidence. Let's get started. Question 1. Who is the current sovereign and head of state? A. His Majesty King Charles III. B. His Majesty King Charles II. C. His Majesty King Edward. D. His Majesty King George. The correct answer is A. His Majesty King Charles III. Question 2. When did King Charles III become the sovereign? A. January 1st, 2022. B. September 8th, 2022. C. May 6th, 2021. D. June 1st, 2023. The correct answer is B. September 8th, 2022. Question 3. Who do Canadians profess their loyalty to? A. The monarch who represents all Canadians. B. A specific group of Canadians. C. The government. D. The military. The correct answer is A. The monarch who represents all Canadians. Question 4. To whom do Canadians express their loyalty? A. The government. B. The military. C. The sovereign queen or king. D. The parliament. The correct answer is C. The sovereign queen or king. Question 5. What type of government does Canada have? A. A dictatorship. B. A constitutional monarchy. C. A federal republic. D. A parliamentary democracy. The correct answer is B. A constitutional monarchy. Question 6. What is true about the sovereign in Canada? A. The sovereign represents the Constitution, flag, country, and personifies Canada. B. The sovereign only represents the government. C. The sovereign has no official role. D. The sovereign only represents the provinces. The correct answer is A. The sovereign represents the Constitution, flag, country, and personifies Canada. Question 7. What does the Constitution of Canada recognize and affirm? A. The treaty rights of the monarchy. B. The treaty rights of all immigrants. C. The rights of settlers and their treaties. D. The Aboriginal and treaty rights of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. The correct answer is D. The Aboriginal and treaty rights of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. Question 8. What has Canada done for generations to build a free and prosperous society? A. Welcomed newcomers. B. Created new laws every year. C. Built new cities. D. Grown new forests. The correct answer is A. Welcomed newcomers. Question 9. How long have settlers and immigrants contributed to the diversity of Canada? A. 100 years. B. 200 years. C. 300 years. D. 400 years. The correct answer is D. 400 years. Question 10. Which language must you know to become a Canadian citizen? A. Only English. B. Only French. C. Either French or English. D. There is no language requirement. The correct answer is C. Either French or English. Question 11. Which of the following is true about Canadians? A. Canadians have rights and no responsibilities. B. Canadians enjoy a very limited amount of rights. C. Canadians must respect the rights and freedoms of others. D. Canadian diversity is built on a weak identity. The correct answer is C. Canadians must respect the rights and freedoms of others. Question 12. What will you receive after meeting all the citizenship requirements? A. A new passport. B. A certificate of citizenship. C. A notice to appear to take the oath. D. A permanent residency card. The correct answer is C. A notice to appear to take the oath. Question 13. What must you do at the citizenship ceremony? A. Take the oath of citizenship. B. Register to vote. C. Sign a petition. D. Meet with the Prime Minister. The correct answer is A. Take the oath of citizenship. Question 14. Are your friends and family allowed to attend your Canadian citizenship ceremony? A. Yes, they can attend. B. No, only other new citizens can attend. C. No, only government officials can attend. D. Yes, but only if they are citizens. The correct answer is A. Yes, they can attend. Question 15. What do you commit to when taking the oath of citizenship? A. Swear loyalty to the sovereign and promise to observe Canada's laws and duties. B. Swear to remain loyal to the Canadian people. C. Pledge to follow all provincial and local laws. D. Promise to give respect to Canadian history and culture. The correct answer is A. Swear loyalty to the sovereign and promise to observe Canada's laws and duties. Don't have time to study every test question? No worries, we've got you covered. You can get ready in less than 1 hour and pass the Canadian Citizenship Test guaranteed. Get our premium cheat sheet with 200 must-know questions. Tap the link above to download now. You can also grab it from the description below. Question 16. Which of the following freedoms is included in the Great Charter of Freedoms? A. Freedom of peaceful assembly. B. Freedom of conscience and religion. C. Freedom of thought, belief, and expression. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 17. Name 2 key documents that contain Canadian rights and freedoms. A. Magna Carta, the Great Charter of Freedoms, Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. B. Bill of Rights, Constitution Act. C. Human Rights Code, Magna Carta. D. Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The correct answer is A. Magna Carta, the Great Charter of Freedoms, Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Question 18. What are the 4 rights that Canadians enjoy? A. Right to vote, own property, free speech, and education. B. Right to privacy, education, employment, and travel. C. Right to free speech, work, free assembly, and healthcare. D. Right to silence, a fair trial, privacy, and safety. The correct answer is A. Right to vote, own property, free speech, and education. Question 19. Who no longer needs to take the citizenship test? A. Anyone under 50. B. Those who have lived in Canada for over 10 years. C. Citizens who are 55 or older. D. Those with permanent residency for 5 years. The correct answer is C. Citizens who are 55 or older. Question 20. What are the 4 fundamental freedoms that Canadians enjoy? A. Freedom of expression, assembly, religion, and thought. B. Freedom of movement, education, work, and privacy. C. Freedom of assembly, privacy, information, and trade. D. Freedom of speech, expression, religion, and movement. The correct answer is D. Freedom of speech, expression, religion, and movement. Question 21. According to Canadian principles, who is above the law? A. Government officials. B. No person or group. C. Wealthy individuals. D. Religious leaders. The correct answer is B. No person or group. Question 22. When was the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms added to the Constitution? A. In 1972. B. In 1982. C. In 1990. D. In 2000. The correct answer is B. In 1982. Question 23. What is habeas corpus? A. The right to a fair trial. B. The right to challenge unlawful detention. C. The right to freedom of speech. D. The right to vote. The correct answer is B. The right to challenge unlawful detention. Question 24. Habeas corpus, the right to challenge unlawful detention by the state, comes from A. French law. B. Roman law. C. English common law. D. International law. The correct answer is C. English common law. Question 25. The right to vote comes with a responsibility to A. Vote in federal, provincial, and local elections. B. Follow the news. C. Join a political party. D. Run for office. The correct answer is A. Vote in federal, provincial, and local elections. Question 26. Mobility rights in Canada allow citizens to A. Live and work anywhere in Canada. B. Enter and leave the country freely. C. Apply for a passport. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 27. In Canada, how are men and women treated under the law? A. They are treated equally. B. Men have more rights. C. Women have more rights. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. They are treated equally. Question 28. What is meant by the equality of women and men? A. Equal pay for equal work. B. Equal rights and opportunities for all genders. C. Equal representation in government. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. all of the above. Question 29. How does Canadian law treat barbaric cultural practices like honor killings and spousal abuse? A. It is tolerated sometimes. B. It is not clearly banned. C. It is severely punished. D. It is allowed in private. The correct answer is C. It is severely punished. Question 30. What does multiculturalism represent in Canada? A. A short-term policy. B. A core characteristic of Canadian heritage and identity. C. A challenge to unity. D. A government-led initiative. The correct answer is B. A core characteristic of Canadian heritage and identity. Question 31. What must Canadians do if called to serve on a jury? A. They can refuse. B. They are legally required to serve. C. They can serve if convenient. D. They can ask someone else to serve. The correct answer is B. They are legally required to serve. Question 32. What is the role of a jury in Canada? A. To judge and decide the punishment. B. To find witnesses. C. To help the judge decide if someone is guilty. D. To write the judge's verdict. The correct answer is C. To help the judge decide if someone is guilty. Question 33. Which two languages have equal status in the Canadian government? A. English and Spanish. B. French and English. C. French and German. D. English and Italian. The correct answer is B. French and English. Question 34. Which of the following is a fundamental freedom under the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms? A. Freedom of speech. B. Freedom of employment. C. Freedom to hold property. D. Freedom to receive free education. The correct answer is A. Freedom of speech. Question 35. Who is responsible for protecting Canada's natural, cultural, and architectural heritage? A. Every Canadian citizen. B. Only the government. C. Only environmental organizations. D. Only local communities. The correct answer is A. Every Canadian citizen. Question 36. In Canada, who must obey the law? A. Only citizens. B. Both citizens and the government. C. Only the government. D. Laws are applied randomly. The correct answer is B. Both citizens and the government. Question 37. What is one benefit of volunteering in Canada? A. You can earn extra income. B. You can gain useful skills and make friends. C. You can receive free government services. D. You can get tax benefits. The correct answer is B. You can gain useful skills and make friends. Question 38. Which of the following is an important Canadian value? A. Getting a job, caring for your family, and working hard. B. Pursuing wealth above all else. C. Relying on government support. D. Avoiding hard work to reduce stress. The correct answer is A. Getting a job, caring for your family, and working hard. Question 39. What are some examples of taking responsibility for yourself and your family? A. Ignoring laws and regulations. B. Relying on others for support. C. Contributing to family income, making health choices, ensuring children's education. D. Taking no action. The correct answer is C. Contributing to family income, making health choices, ensuring children's education. Question 40. What are 3 responsibilities of Canadian citizenship? A. Being loyal to Canada, recycling newspapers, serving in the Navy, Army, or Air Force. B. Obeying the law, taking responsibility for oneself and one's family, serving on a jury. C. Learning both official languages, voting in elections, belonging to a union. D. Taking no buying Canadian products, owning a business, using less water action. The correct answer is B. Obeying the law, taking responsibility for oneself and one's family, serving on a jury. Question 41. Why is serving on a jury considered a privilege in Canada? A. It allows citizens to make new laws. B. It helps the justice system work by involving everyday citizens. C. It gives citizens special legal rights. D. It reduces the number of trials. The correct answer is B. It helps the justice system work by involving everyday citizens. Question 42. What was included in the Constitution of Canada in 1982? A. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. B. The Canadian Bill of Rights. C. The Magna Carta. D. The Declaration of Independence. The correct answer is A. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Question 43. Canada's 800-year-old tradition of ordered liberty can be traced back to the A. American Revolution in 1775 to 1783. B. French Revolution in 1789 to 1799. C. Signing of Magna Carta in 1215. D. Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, 1982. The correct answer is C. Signing of Magna Carta in 1215. Question 44. When was the Magna Carta signed? A. In 1066. B. In 1215. C. In 1776. D. In 1603. The correct answer is B. In 1215. Question 45. The Magna Carta is also known as A. The Great Charter of Freedoms. B. The Bill of Rights. C. The Constitution. D. The Declaration of Rights. The correct answer is A. The Great Charter of Freedoms. Question 46. What are the sources of Canadian law? A. Laws passed by Parliament and provincial legislatures. B. English common law and the Civil Code of France. C. The unwritten Constitution from Great Britain. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 47. The phrase Canada is founded upon principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law highlights A. The importance of government control. B. The need for economic growth. C. The significance of religious traditions and human dignity. D. The role of international law. The correct answer is C. The significance of religious traditions and human dignity. Question 48. Does Canada have compulsory military service? A. Yes. B. No. C. Yes, but only during wartime. D. Yes, but only for men. The correct answer is B. No. Question 49. What is one benefit of serving in the regular Canadian Forces? A. It offers a chance to travel internationally. B. It provides a relaxed work environment. C. It guarantees a high salary. D. It is a noble way to contribute to Canada and a great career choice. The correct answer is D. It is a noble way to contribute to Canada and a great career choice. Question 50. What can you gain by serving in your local part-time Navy, militia, or air reserves? A. Valuable skills and experience. B. Only financial benefits. C. A full-time job in the military. D. Exclusive rights to military equipment. The correct answer is A. Valuable skills and experience. Question 51. Where can you serve in your community besides the military? A. Only in the local government. B. In the Coast Guard or emergency services. C. At private companies only. D. In the tourism industry. The correct answer is B. In the Coast Guard or emergency services. Question 52. Where was the Great Charter of Freedoms signed? A. France. B. Canada. C. Ireland. D. England. The correct answer is D. England. Question 53. What is another name for the Great Charter of Freedoms? A. Canadian Constitution. B. Habeas corpus. C. Dominion of Canada. D. Magna Carta. The correct answer is D. Magna Carta. Question 54. Which of the following is not in the Great Charter of Freedom? A. Freedom of thought and expression. B. Freedom of conscience and religion. C. Freedom to buy property. D. Freedom of association. The correct answer is C. Freedom to buy property. Question 55. What do we call the right to challenge unlawful detention by the state? A. Constitutional Act. B. Habeas corpus. C. Magna Carta. D. Amari usque ad mare. The correct answer is B. Habeas corpus. Question 56. Who proclaimed the Constitution of Canada in 1982? A. John Buchan. B. John A. Macdonald. C. Queen Elizabeth II. D. The people of Canada. The correct answer is C. Queen Elizabeth II. Question 57. What are the two main principles upon which Canada is founded? A. Supremacy of God and free speech. B. Supremacy of God and rule of law. C. Mobility rights and rule of law. D. Supremacy of law and rule of God. The correct answer is B. Supremacy of God and rule of law. Question 58. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms begins with the words A. Canada is a free country and home of the braves. B. O Canada, our home and native land. C. Whereas Canada is founded upon principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. D. Canadian citizens have rights and responsibilities. The correct answer is C. Whereas Canada is founded upon principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. Question 59. Which of the following fundamental freedoms mentioned in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms? A. Mobility, Aboriginal peoples and official language rights. B. Freedom of expression, property and fair trial rights. C. Employment, mobility and freedom rights. D. Aboriginal peoples, voting and official language rights. The correct answer is A. Mobility, Aboriginal peoples and official language rights. Question 60. What do Canadians aim to uphold? A. Marxism. B. Individual rights. C. Capitalism. D. Pluralism. The correct answer is D. Pluralism. Question 61. Which of the following is not a legal duty of a Canadian citizen? A. Serving on a jury. B. Learning both English and French. C. Obeying the law. D. Helping the community. The correct answer is B. Learning both English and French. Question 62. Which of the following is a primary source of Canadian law? A. United States common law. B. Irish common law. C. The Military Code of France. D. English common law. The correct answer is D. English common law. Question 63. In Canada, obeying the law is considered A. Responsibility. B. Right. C. Optional. D. Privilege. The correct answer is A. Responsibility. Question 64. Which of the following deals with the right to apply for a passport? A. The Confederation Act. B. Multiculturalism. C. Mobility rights. D. The Official Languages Act. The correct answer is C. Mobility rights. Question 65. The Great Charter of Freedoms, also known as the Magna Carta, includes which of the following rights? A. Freedom of conscience and religion. B. Employment rights. C. Freedom from taxes. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. Freedom of conscience and religion. Question 66. How are citizens and governments governed in Canada? A. By random actions. B. By force. C. By laws. D. By traditions. The correct answer is C. By laws. Question 67. Why is the Constitution Act of 1982 important to Canadian history? A. It created the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. B. It gave Canada independence. C. It allowed Canada to change its constitution without British approval. D. It introduced new provinces. The correct answer is C. It allowed Canada to change its constitution without British approval. Question 68. Which part of the Constitution protects Canadians' basic rights and freedoms? A. The Voting Rights Act. B. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. C. The Equality Act. D. The Freedom Act. The correct answer is B. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Question 69. Who is exempt from the language requirement to become a Canadian citizen? A. Adult applicants 50 and over. B. Adult applicants 40 and over. C. Adult applicants 55 and over. D. Child applicants 10 and under. The correct answer is C. Adult applicants 55 and over. Question 70. How is Canada viewed globally? A. As a weak and dependent country. B. As a strong and free country. C. As a country with a troubled identity. D. As a country lacking unity. The correct answer is B. As a strong and free country. Question 71. Canada has A. The newest constitution in the world. B. No formal constitution. C. The oldest continuous constitutional tradition. D. A constitution that changes every year. The correct answer is C. The oldest continuous constitutional tradition. Question 72. What makes Canada unique in North America? A. It has the largest population. B. It is the only constitutional monarchy. C. It has no provinces. D. It is a republic. The correct answer is B. It is the only constitutional monarchy. Question 73. What key phrase is upheld by Canada's institutions? A. Peace, order, and good government. B. Life, liberty, and happiness. C. Freedom, equality, and justice. D. Unity, strength, and prosperity. The correct answer is A. Peace, order, and good government. Question 74. What is the name of Canada's original constitutional document? A. The Constitution Act. B. The British North America Act. C. The Canadian Charter of Rights. D. The Bill of Rights. The correct answer is B. The British North America Act.
Finding this video helpful? Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your support helps us create more practice videos to get you test ready. Now, let's get back to it.
Question 75. Which document features the phrase peace, order, and good government? A. The Constitution Act of 1982. B. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms. C. The British North America Act of 1867. D. The Canadian Bill of Rights. The correct answer is C. The British North America Act of 1867. Question 76. Poets and songwriters often describe Canada as A. The Great Nation. B. The Land of Opportunity. C. The Great Dominion. D. The Home of the Brave. The correct answer is C. The Great Dominion. Question 77. Who were the founding peoples of Canada? A. French, British, and Americans. B. Aboriginal French and British. C. Aboriginal Inuit and Métis. D. French, British, and Scottish. The correct answer is B. Aboriginal French and British. Question 78. From where were the ancestors of Aboriginal peoples believed to have migrated? A. Asia. B. South America. C. Europe. D. Africa. The correct answer is A. Asia. Question 79. Where are Aboriginal and treaty rights recognized in Canada? A. In the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. B. In the Canadian Constitution. C. In the Criminal Code of Canada. D. In the Civil Rights Act. The correct answer is B. In the Canadian Constitution. Question 80. Which of the following first guaranteed territorial rights to Aboriginal peoples and established the basis for negotiating treaties with newcomers? A. The British North America Act, 1867. B. The Magna Carta. C. The Royal Proclamation of 1763. D. The Treaty of Paris. The correct answer is C. The Royal Proclamation of 1763. Question 81. Who guaranteed territorial rights to Aboriginal peoples through the Royal Proclamation of 1763? A. King Edward VII. B. King William IV. C. King Charles II. D. King George III. The correct answer is D. King George III. Question 82. When did the federal government place many Aboriginal children in residential schools and why? A. From 1700s to 1800s to preserve their culture. B. From 1800s to 1980s to assimilate them into mainstream Canadian culture. C. From 1900s to 2000s to teach technical skills. D. From 1600s to 1700s to promote self-governance. The correct answer is B. From 1800s to 1980s to assimilate them into mainstream Canadian culture. Question 83. When did Ottawa formally apologize to the former residential school students? A. In 1998. B. In 2008. C. In 1988. D. In 2018. The correct answer is B. In 2008. Question 84. The term Aboriginal peoples refers to which three distinct groups? A. First Nations Métis and Inuit. B. First Nations Métis and Acadians. C. First Nations Acadians and Inuit. D. Métis Acadians and Inuit. The correct answer is A. First Nations Métis and Inuit. Question 85. The term Indian refers to which group of Aboriginal people? A. All Aboriginal people. B. Only Métis and Inuit. C. All Aboriginal people who are not Inuit or Métis. D. Only Inuit. The correct answer is C. All Aboriginal people who are not Inuit or Métis. Question 86. What term has been used since the 1970s for Indigenous groups in Canada that are not Inuit nor Métis? A. First Nations. B. Native Americans. C. Aboriginals. D. Indigenous. The correct answer is A. First Nations. Question 87. When did the term First Nations come into use? A. In 1960s. B. In 1970s. C. In 1980s. D. In 1990s. The correct answer is B in 1970s. Question 88. Where do First Nations people live today? A. All live on reserve land. B. Most live in rural areas. C. About half live on reserves, and the other half mainly in urban centers. D. All live in urban centers. The correct answer is C. About half live on reserves, and the other half mainly in urban centers. Question 89. What does the term Inuit mean in the Inuktitut language? A. The explorers. B. The settlers. C. The people. D. The leaders. The correct answer is C. The people. Question 90. What does the word Inuit mean? A. The people. B. The brave. C. The First Nations. D. The settlers. The correct answer is A. The people. Don't have time to study every test question? No worries, we've got you covered. You can get ready in less than 1 hour and pass the Canadian Citizenship Test guaranteed. Get our premium cheat sheet with 200 must-know questions. Tap the link above to download now. You can also grab it from the description below. Question 91. Which Aboriginal group comes from both French and English-speaking backgrounds? A. Inuit. B. Acadians. C. First Nations. D. Métis. The correct answer is D. Métis. Question 92. About what percentage of Aboriginal people are First Nations? A. 30%. B. 65%. C. 40%. D. 50%. The correct answer is B. 65%. Question 93. Who are called Francophones? A. People who speak English as their first language. B. People who speak French as their first language. C. People who speak both French and English. D. People who speak Spanish. The correct answer is B. People who speak French as their first language. Question 94. What are Canada's two official languages? A. English and Spanish. B. Spanish and French. C. French and Italian. D. English and French. The correct answer is D. English and French. Question 95. What languages must the federal government in Canada provide services in? A. Only English. B. Only French. C. English and French. D. Spanish and French. The correct answer is C. English and French. Question 96. Today, how many Anglophones are there in Canada? A. 18 million. B. 15 million. C. 10 million. D. 20 million. The correct answer is A. 18 million. Question 97. Who are referred to as Anglophones? A. People who speak both French and English. B. People who speak French as their first language. C. People who speak English as their first language. D. People who speak Spanish. The correct answer is C. People who speak English as their first language. Question 98. Where do the majority of Francophones in Canada live? A. Ontario. B. British Columbia. C. Alberta. D. Quebec. The correct answer is D. Quebec. Question 99. Which is the only officially bilingual province in Canada? A. Quebec. B. Ontario. C. New Brunswick. D. Manitoba. The correct answer is C. New Brunswick. Question 100. Who are the Acadians? A. Descendants of British settlers in the Prairie Provinces. B. Descendants of French colonists who settled in what are now the Maritime Provinces. C. Descendants of Spanish settlers in British Columbia. D. Descendants of Inuit in the Northern Territories. The correct answer is B. Descendants of French colonists who settled in what are now the Maritime Provinces. Question 101. What was the Great Upheaval? A. A period of peace in Canada. B. The establishment of French colonies. C. A celebration of Acadian culture. D. The deportation of the majority of Acadians from their homelands between 1755 and 1763. The correct answer is D. The deportation of the majority of Acadians from their homelands between 1755 and 1763. Question 102. Who are Quebecers? A. People from Ontario, mostly English-speaking. B. People from Quebec, mostly French-speaking. C. People from Quebec, mostly English-speaking. D. People from Manitoba, mostly French-speaking. The correct answer is B. People from Quebec, mostly French-speaking. Question 103. When did the House of Commons recognize that the Quebecois form a nation within a united Canada? A. In 1995. B. In 2006. C. In 2010. D. In 2015. The correct answer is B. In 2006. Question 104. Who was a popular Governor General of Canada from 1935 to 1940? A. John A. Macdonald. B. John Buchan. C. Lester B. Pearson. D. William Lyon Mackenzie King. The correct answer is B. John Buchan. Question 105. Canada is often referred to as A. A land of immigrants. B. A land of diversity. C. A land of isolation. D. A land of opportunity. The correct answer is A. A land of immigrants. Question 106. Since the 1970s, most immigrants to Canada have come from A. Europe. B. South America. C. Africa. D. Asia. The correct answer is D. Asia. Question 107. Which is the largest religious affiliation in Canada? A. Protestant. B. Muslim. C. Catholic. D. Jewish. The correct answer is C. Catholic. Question 108. What about the rights that gay and lesbian Canadians have in Canada? A. They are protected and treated equally under the law, including access to civil marriage. B. They have no legal rights. C. They can only access civil partnerships. D. They have limited rights in employment only. The correct answer is A. They are protected and treated equally under the law, including access to civil marriage. Question 109. Who are the Métis? A. A group of people of only European descent. B. A group of people of mixed Aboriginal and European ancestry. C. A group of people of only Aboriginal descent. D. A community of recent immigrants. The correct answer is B. A group of people of mixed Aboriginal and European ancestry. Question 110. What percentage of Aboriginal people are Métis? A. 20%. B. 25%. C. 30%. D. 35%. The correct answer is C. 30%. Question 111. What percentage of Aboriginal people are Inuit? A. 2%. B. 3%. C. 4%. D. 5%. The correct answer is C. 4%. Question 112. How do the majority of Canadians identify? A. As Muslims. B. As Buddhists. C. As Christians. D. As Hindus. The correct answer is C. As Christians. Question 113. Before the arrival of Europeans, natives peoples A. Relied solely on farming for food. B. Lived in large cities with advanced infrastructure. C. Lived off the land, some by hunting and gathering, others by raising crops. D. Traded primarily with Europeans for survival. The correct answer is C. Lived off the land, some by hunting and gathering, others by raising crops. Question 114. Who were the first people to live in Canada? A. British settlers. B. Aboriginal peoples. C. European explorers. D. American pioneers. The correct answer is B. Aboriginal peoples. Question 115. Who were the first Europeans to settle in Canada? A. Spanish. B. Dutch. C. French. D. English. The correct answer is C. French. Question 116. Who was the first European to map Canada's Atlantic shore? A. Jacques Cartier. B. John Cabot. C. Leif Erikson. D. Samuel de Champlain. The correct answer is B. John Cabot. Question 117. When did English settlement in Newfoundland begin? A. In 1497. B. In 1534. C. In 1600. D. In 1610. The correct answer is D. In 1610. Question 118. Which European explorer was the first to navigate the St. Lawrence River and to set eyes on present-day Quebec City and Montreal? A. Jacques Cartier. B. John Cabot. C. Leif Erikson. D. Samuel de Champlain. The correct answer is A. Jacques Cartier. Question 119. What is the name of the Viking settlement in Newfoundland that is now a World Heritage Site? A. Lonceau Meadows. B. Vinland. C. Avalon Peninsula. D. Red Bay. The correct answer is A. Lonceau Meadows. Question 120. When did European exploration of Canada officially begin? A. In 1534. B. In 1610. C. In 1497. D. In 1300. The correct answer is C. In 1497. Question 121. What is the origin of the name Canada? A. It comes from the Iroquoian term Kanata, meaning village. B. It comes from the Inuit term Kanata, meaning settlement. C. It comes from the Iroquoian term Kanata, meaning territory. D. It comes from the Iroquoian term Kanata, meaning home. The correct answer is A. It comes from the Iroquoian term Kanata, meaning village. Question 122. When did the name Canada start appearing on maps? A. By 1600s. B. By 1490s. C. By 1550s. D. By 1700s. The correct answer is C. By 1550s. Question 123. Who fought against French settlements for over a century? A. The Huron Confederacy, known for their trade alliances. B. The Iroquois Confederacy, a coalition of 5, later 6 First Nations. C. The Algonquin Confederacy, who allied with the French. D. The Sioux Confederacy, known for their conflicts in the plains. The correct answer is B. The Iroquois Confederacy, a coalition of 5, later 6 First Nations. Question 124. What led the French and Aboriginal people to work together in the fur trade? A. Demand for beaver pelts in Europe. B. Need for farming goods. C. Expanding territories. D. Gold and silver trading. The correct answer is A. Demand for beaver pelts in Europe. Question 125. What was the main economy of the early European settlers? A. Farming. B. Mining. C. Fur trade. D. Fishing. The correct answer is C. Fur trade. Question 126. What was the primary industry that early companies in Canada competed in? A. Oil drilling. B. The fur trade. C. Mining gold. D. Lumber production. The correct answer is B. The fur trade. Question 127. In 1670, which company was granted exclusive trading rights over the Hudson Bay watershed? A. Hudson's Bay Company. B. East India Company. C. Northwest Company. D. British Fur Company. The correct answer is A. Hudson's Bay Company. Question 128. Who granted exclusive trading rights to the Hudson's Bay Company in 1670? A. King James I. B. King Charles II. C. King George III. D. King Henry VIII. The correct answer is B. King Charles II. Question 129. Who were the men who traveled by canoe and formed alliances with First Nations? A. Pioneers. B. Trappers. C. Voyageurs and coureurs des bois. D. Settlers. The correct answer is C. Voyageurs and coureurs des bois. Question 130. When did the English colonies along the Atlantic seaboard begin to form? A. In the early 1500s. B. In the late 1600s. C. In the early 1700s. D. In the early 1600s. The correct answer is D. In the early 1600s. Question 131. Which two countries battled for control of North America in the 1700s? A. Spain and Portugal. B. France and Great Britain. C. Netherlands and Spain. D. France and Spain. The correct answer is B. France and Great Britain. Question 132. Who took control of North America in the 1700s? A. England. B. Spain. C. France. D. Portugal. The correct answer is A. England. Question 133. What was the name of Quebec before 1759? A. New Canada. B. Lower Canada. C. New France. D. Quebec Territory. The correct answer is C. New France. Question 134. Which battle in 1759 ended France's empire in America? A. Battle of Waterloo. B. Battle of Fort Duquesne. C. Battle of the Plains of Abraham. D. Battle of Quebec. The correct answer is C. Battle of the Plains of Abraham. Question 135. Following the Battle of the Plains of Abraham, Great Britain renamed the French colony. A. Province of Ontario. B. Province of Canada. C. Province of Montreal. D. Province of Quebec. The correct answer is D. Province of Quebec. Question 136. What were the French-speaking Catholic people known as? A. Loyalists. B. Canadians or habitants. C. Acadians. D. Patriots. The correct answer is B. Canadians or habitants. Question 137. What act did the British Parliament pass in 1774 to better govern the French Roman Catholic majority? A. Quebec Act. B. British North America Act. C. Constitutional Act. D. Royal Proclamation. The correct answer is A. Quebec Act. Question 138. What did the Quebec Act of 1774 allow that was not permitted in Britain at that time? A. It allowed religious freedom for Catholics and permitted them to hold public office. B. It allowed Protestants to vote. C. It abolished the monarchy in Quebec. D. It banned trade with Britain. The correct answer is A. It allowed religious freedom for Catholics and permitted them to hold public office. Question 139. The Quebec Act of 1774. A. Kept both civil and criminal British law. B. replaced all laws with British law. C. Replaced all laws with French law. D. Restored French civil law while maintaining British criminal law. The correct answer is D. Restored French civil law while maintaining British criminal law. Question 140. In 1776, the 13 British colonies to the south of Quebec declared independence and formed A. The United States, B. Canada, C. The British Empire, D. New France. The correct answer is A. The United States. Question 141. Who were known as the United Empire Loyalists? A. American settlers who supported independence. B. Canadian settlers who returned to the U.S. C. British settlers who moved to Canada during and after the American Revolution. D. French settlers who came to Canada for trade. The correct answer is C. British settlers who moved to Canada during and after the American Revolution. Question 142. Who led thousands of Loyalist Mohawk Indians into Canada during the American Revolution? A. Joseph Brant, B. Samuel de Champlain, C. James Wolfe, D. Marquis de Montcalm. The correct answer is A. Joseph Brant. Question 143. In 1792, where did some black Nova Scotians move to establish a new British colony for freed slaves? A. Jamaica, B. Sierra Leone, C. Ghana, D. Liberia. The correct answer is B. Sierra Leone. Question 144. What was Count Frontenac's famous reply when asked to surrender Quebec to the English in 1690? A. I will negotiate peace. B. My only reply will be from the mouths of my cannons. C. We will retreat. D. We surrender. The correct answer is B. My only reply will be from the mouths of my cannons. Question 145. Who was Pierre Le Moyne, also known as Sieur d'Iberville, and what was he known for? A. A French soldier who defended Quebec City. B. A French hero who won victories over the English from James Bay to the Caribbean. C. A Loyalist leader who settled in Nova Scotia. D. A Canadian politician. The correct answer is B. A French hero who won victories over the English from James Bay to the Caribbean. Question 146. What did Sir Guy Carleton Lord Dorchester do as Governor of Quebec? A. Defended the rights of the Canadians. B. Defeated an American invasion in 1775. C. Supervised Loyalist migration to Nova Scotia and Quebec in 1782-83. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Question 147. When was the first Representative Assembly in Canada elected? A. 1776. B. 1758. C. 1791. D. 1800. The correct answer is B. 1758. Question 148. What did the Constitutional Act of 1791 do to the province of Quebec? A. Divided it into Upper Canada, later Ontario, and Lower Canada, later Quebec. B. United it with the United States. C. established a single government for all of Canada. D. Gave independence to Quebec. The correct answer is A. Divided it into Upper Canada, later Ontario, and Lower Canada, later Quebec. Question 149. When was the Constitutional Act passed? A. 1781. B. 1791. C. 1801. D. 1811. The correct answer is B. 1791. Question 150. After the Constitutional Act of 1791, which part of the province of Quebec was mainly Protestant and English-speaking? A. Upper Canada, later Ontario. B. Lower Canada, later Quebec. C. Both Upper and Lower Canada. D. Newfoundland. The correct answer is A. Upper Canada, later Ontario. Question 151. After the Constitutional Act of 1791, which part of Quebec was mainly Catholic and French-speaking? A. Upper Canada, later Ontario. B. Lower Canada, later Quebec. C. Both Upper and Lower Canada. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is B. Lower Canada, later Quebec. Question 152. What did the Constitutional Act of 1791 give to Upper and Lower Canada for the first time? A. A written constitution. B. The right to vote for all citizens. C. Independence from Britain. D. Elected legislative assemblies. The correct answer is D. Elected legislative assemblies. Question 153. When did the name Canada become official? A. After the Battle of Quebec. B. With the Constitutional Act of 1791. C. When the Loyalists arrived. D. In 1805. The correct answer is B. With the Constitutional Act of 1791. Question 154. Who founded the city of York, now known as Toronto? A. Samuel de Champlain. B. Lieutenant Colonel John Graves Simcoe. C. James Wolfe. D. Sir Isaac Brock. The correct answer is B. Lieutenant Colonel John Graves Simcoe. Question 155. When did the British Parliament abolish slavery throughout the Empire? A. In 1807. B. In 1833. C. In 1850. D. In 1865. The correct answer is B. In 1833. Question 156. When were the first companies in Canada formed? A. During the French and British regimes. B. During the American Revolution. C. After Confederation. D. In the 19th century. The correct answer is A. During the French and British regimes. Question 157. For centuries, Canada's economy was based mainly on A. Manufacturing and technology. B. Farming and exporting natural resources. C. Mining and agriculture. D. Trade and finance. The correct answer is B. Farming and exporting natural resources. Question 158. In 1805, Napoleon Bonaparte's fleet was defeated in A. Battle of Waterloo, B. Battle of Austerlitz, C. Battle of the Nile, D. Battle of Trafalgar. The correct answer is D. Battle of Trafalgar. Question 159. When did the United States launch its invasion of Canada? A. June 1812, B. May 1850, C. July 1817, D. August 1824. The correct answer is A. June 1812. Question 160. Why is the War of 1812 important to Canada? A. It led to Canada gaining independence from Britain. B. It marked the time when Canada successfully defended its territory from American invasion. C. It resulted in the unification of Canadian provinces. D. It allowed Canada to expand its territory to the west. The correct answer is B. It marked the time when Canada successfully defended its territory from American invasion. Question 161. The War of 1812 was fought between A. France and U.S., B. UK and France, C. UK and U.S., D. U.S. and Canada. The correct answer is C. UK and U.S. Question 162. By 1814, the American attempt to conquer Canada A. Succeeded, B. Failed, C. Was ongoing, D. Led to a truce. The correct answer is B. Failed. Question 163. Who defeated Napoleon in 1815 and played a direct role in founding Canada's national capital? A. George Washington, B. Sir John A. Macdonald, C. The Duke of Wellington, D. Lord Durham. The correct answer is C. The Duke of Wellington. Question 164. Which reformers from the 1837 to 38 rebellions later became fathers of Confederation? A. Joseph Howe and Lord Durham, B. Sir John A. Macdonald and Sir Guy Carleton, C. Sir Etienne Pascal Taché and Sir George Etienne Cartier, D. John Graves Simcoe and Robert Baldwin. The correct answer is C. Sir Etienne Pascal Taché and Sir George Etienne Cartier. Question 165. What is meant by the term responsible government? A. A government that must answer to elected representatives and resign if it loses a confidence vote. B. A government that rules independently without a parliament. C. A government that is controlled by the military and enforces laws directly. D. A government that is accountable only to the monarch and British Parliament. The correct answer is A. A government that must answer to elected representatives and resign if it loses a confidence vote. Question 166. What does Confederation mean? A. The formation of a new government. B. The joining of provinces to form a new country. C. The creation of country's flag. D. The start of an independence. The correct answer is B. The joining of provinces to form a new country. Question 167. What levels of government were created by the Fathers of Confederation between 1864 and 1867? A. National and municipal. B. Federal and provincial. C. Provincial and municipal. D. local and regional. The correct answer is B, federal and provincial. Question 168. What happened to Upper and Lower Canada in 1840? A. They were united as the province of Canada. B. They gained independence. C. They became separate colonies. D. They joined Nova Scotia. The correct answer is A. They were united as the province of Canada. Question 169. Which of the following are the fathers of Confederation? A. Joseph Howe, La Fontaine, Sir Étienne Pascal Taché. B. La Fontaine, Robert Baldwin, Joseph Howe. C. Joseph Brant, Joseph Howe, James MacDonald. D. Sir Étienne Pascal Taché, George Étienne Cartier, John MacDonald. The correct answer is D. Joseph Howe, La Fontaine, Sir Étienne Pascal Taché. Question 170. Which was the first British North American colony to attain full responsible government? A. Nova Scotia. B. Upper Canada. C. Lower Canada. D. Prince Edward Island. The correct answer is A. Nova Scotia. Question 171. When did Nova Scotia attain full responsible government? A. In 1847 to 48. B. In 1837 to 38. C. In 1850 to 51. D. In 1840 to 41. The correct answer is A. In 1847 to 48. Question 172. Who introduced responsible government in United Canada in 1848 to 49? A. Joseph Howe. B. Sir John Macdonald. C. Robert Baldwin. D. Lord Elgin. The correct answer is D. Lord Elgin. Question 173. Who was a champion of French language rights in Canada and became the first leader of a responsible government? A. Sir John Macdonald. B. Sir Louis Hippolyte La Fontaine. C. Robert Baldwin. D. Lord Elgin. The correct answer is B. Sir Louis Hippolyte La Fontaine. Question 174. What were the representatives who helped create the new country of Canada called? A. The Reformers. B. The Fathers of Confederation. C. The Loyalists. D. The Governors of Canada. The correct answer is B. The Fathers of Confederation. Question 175. What two new provinces were created from the split of the province of Canada in 1864 to 67? A. Quebec and Ontario. B. New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. C. Newfoundland and Labrador. D. Alberta and British Columbia. The correct answer is A. Quebec and Ontario. Question 176. Which provinces together formed the new country called the Dominion of Canada in 1867? A. Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. B. Quebec, Ontario, and Newfoundland. C. Ontario, Alberta, and Nova Scotia. D. New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Manitoba. The correct answer is A. Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. Question 177. What was the name of the new country formed in 1867, now known as Canada? A. New France. B. British North America. C. Dominion of Canada. D. Confederation of Provinces. The correct answer is C. Dominion of Canada. Question 178. The British Parliament passed the British North America Act in A. 1865, B. 1866, C. 1867, D. 1868. The correct answer is C. 1867. Question 179. On what date was the Dominion of Canada officially born? A. July 1st, 1867. B. June 1st, 1867. C. August 1st, 1867. D. May 1st, 1867. The correct answer is A. July 1st, 1867. Question 180. What was the significance of the British North America Act of 1867? A. It ended British rule in Canada. B. It granted Canada complete independence. C. It introduced a new flag for Canada. D. It made Canada a self-governing dominion within the British Empire. The correct answer is D. It made Canada a self-governing dominion within the British Empire. Question 181. Today, July 1 is celebrated as A. Canada Day, B. Dominion Day, C. Independence Day, D. National Day. The correct answer is A. Canada Day. Question 182. Who suggested the term Dominion of Canada in 1864? A. Robert Baldwin. B. Sir John A. Macdonald. C. Sir George Etienne Cartier. D. Sir Leonard Tilley. The correct answer is D. Sir Leonard Tilley. Question 183. What inspired Sir Leonard Tilley to suggest the term Dominion of Canada? A. Psalm 72, from the Bible, which refers to dominion from sea to sea and from the river to the ends of the earth. B. A speech by Sir John A. Macdonald. C. A book about British colonies. D. A historical document. The correct answer is A. Psalm 72 from the Bible, which refers to dominion from sea to sea and from the river to the ends of the earth. Question 184. Whose face appeared on Canada's $1 bill in 1923? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George V. C. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. D. Prime Minister William Lyon Mackenzie King. The correct answer is B. King George V. Question 185. Which province joined the Dominion of Canada in 1949? A. British Columbia. B. Prince Edward Island. C. Alberta. D. Newfoundland and Labrador. The correct answer is D. Newfoundland and Labrador. Question 186. Which territory was created and joined Canada in 1999? A. Yukon. B. Northwest Territories. C. Nunavut. D. British Columbia. The correct answer is C. Nunavut. Question 187. Louis Riel is also known as A. A hero and defender of Métis rights and the father of Manitoba. B. A villain in Canadian history. C. A political leader without influence. D. A traitor. The correct answer is A. A hero and defender of Métis rights and the father of Manitoba. Question 188. Who was Canada's first Prime Minister? A. William Lyon Mackenzie King. B. Lester B. Pearson. C. John Diefenbaker. D. Sir John A. Macdonald. The correct answer is D. Sir John A. Macdonald. Question 189. When did the Government of Canada apologize for the discriminatory policy against Chinese workers? A. 2000. B. 2010. C. 2006. D. 2015. The correct answer is C. 2006. Question 190. Who became Canada's first French-Canadian Prime Minister since Confederation? A. Sir John A. Macdonald. B. Sir Robert Borden. C. Sir George Etienne Cartier. D. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. The correct answer is D. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. Question 191. Which bill has Sir Wilfrid Laurier's portrait? A. $5 bill. B. $10 bill. C. $20 bill. D. $100 bill. The correct answer is A. $5 bill. Question 192. How many Canadians served in the First World War out of a population of 8 million? A. More than 500,000. B. More than 600,000. C. More than 700,000. D. More than 800,000. The correct answer is B. More than 600,000. Question 193. What nickname was given to the Canadian soldiers for their bravery after capturing Vimy Ridge in 1917? A. The Iron Warriors. B. The British Frontliners. C. The Shock Troops of the British Empire. D. The Canadian Lions. The correct answer is C. The Shock Troops of the British Empire. Question 194. What day is celebrated as Vimy Day? A. April 1st. B. April 9th. C. April 15th. D. April 25. The correct answer is B. April 9th. Question 195. Who was known as Canada's greatest soldier during World War I? A. General Sir John Monash. B. General Sir Douglas Haig. C. General Sir Arthur Currie. D. General Bernard Montgomery. The correct answer is C. General Sir Arthur Currie. Question 196. When did the First World War end? A. October 31st, 1918. B. November 11th, 1918. C. December 1st, 1918. D. September 5th, 1918. The correct answer is B. November 11th, 1918. Question 197. What was the movement called that fought for women's right to vote? A. Women's Liberation Movement. B. Women's Suffrage Movement. C. Women's Equality Campaign. D. Women's Rights Act. The correct answer is B. Women's suffrage movement. Question 198. Which province was the first to grant voting rights to women in 1916? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Manitoba. D. British Columbia. The correct answer is C. Manitoba. Question 199. Who were the Bluebirds during the First World War? A. Canadian women pilots. B. Nurses in the Royal Canadian Army Medical Corps. C. Female soldiers in the infantry. D. Women factory workers. The correct answer is B. Nurses in the Royal Canadian Army Medical Corps. Question 200. What is the meaning of the Remembrance Day poppy? A. To remember the sacrifice of Canadians who have served or died in wars up to the present day. B. To celebrate Confederation. C. To honor prime ministers who have died. D. To remember our sovereign, Queen Elizabeth II. The correct answer is A. To remember the sacrifice of Canadians who have served or died in wars up to the present day. Don't have time to study every test question? No worries, we've got you covered. You can get ready in less than 1 hour and pass the Canadian Citizenship Test guaranteed. Get our premium cheat sheet with 200 must-know questions. Tap the link above to download now. You can also grab it from the description below. Question 201. When is Remembrance Day held in Canada? A. October 31. B. November 11th. C. December 1st. D. September 15th. The correct answer is B. November 11th. Question 202. On Remembrance Day, what do Canadians wear and observe to honor the sacrifices of those who served in wars? A. A white dove and anthem. B. A red poppy and moment of silence. C. A maple leaf and parade. D. A candle and vigil. The correct answer is B. A red poppy and moment of silence. Question 203. How many Canadians have died in all wars to date? A. 50,000. B. 75,000. C. 110,000. D. 150,000. The correct answer is C. 110,000. Question 204. Why were the 1920s called the Roaring Twenties? A. Due to the end of World War I. B. Due to the rise of technology. C. Because of the Great Depression. D. Because of economic growth and social changes. The correct answer is D. Because of economic growth and social changes. Question 205. How many Canadians and Newfoundlanders served in the Second World War? A. 500,000. B. 1 million. C. 1.5 million. D. 2 million. The correct answer is B. 1 million. Question 206. At the end of the Second World War, Canada had A. The largest air force in the world. B. The second largest army in the world. C. The third largest navy in the world. D. The fourth largest tank force in the world. The correct answer is C. The third largest navy in the world. Question 207. What year marks the Confederation of Canada? A. 1867. B. 1905. C. 1982. D. 1791. The correct answer is A. 1867. Question 208. What was the head tax? A. A race-based entry fee for Chinese immigrants entering Canada. B. A tax for public school funding. C. A fee paid by British immigrants. D. An agricultural land tax. The correct answer is A. A race-based entry fee for Chinese immigrants entering Canada. Question 209. Which trade spread across Canada, making it important to the economy for over 300 years? A. The lumber trade. B. The fur trade. C. The fishing trade. D. The mineral trade. The correct answer is B. The fur trade. Question 210. In which period did Canada's economy and industry experience a boom? A. 1860s. B. 1880s. C. 1890s and early 1900s. D. 1920s. The correct answer is C. 1890s and early 1900s. Question 211. Who recommended that Upper and Lower Canada be merged and given a responsible government? A. Sir Guy Carleton. B. Sir George Etienne Cartier. C. Lord Durham. D. Sir Louis Hippolyte La Fontaine. The correct answer is C. Lord Durham. Question 212. Which treaty helped open up the world's restrictive trading policies during the Depression era? A. General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, GATT. B. North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA. C. European Union, EU. D. United Nations, UN. The correct answer is A. General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, GATT. Question 213. The General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, GATT, is now called A. World Bank. B. International Monetary Fund. C. United Nations. D. World Trade Organization. The correct answer is D. World Trade Organization. Question 214. Where was oil discovered in 1947, marking the beginning of Canada's modern energy industry? A. Alberta. B. Ontario. C. British Columbia. D. Quebec. The correct answer is A. Alberta. Question 215. Which idea became popular in Canada during the 1960s? A. Monoculturalism. B. Multiculturalism. C. Globalization. D. Urbanization. The correct answer is B. Multiculturalism. Question 216. When did the Korean War, in which Canada participated, take place? A. 1939 to 1945. B. 1914 to 1918. C. 1950 to 1953. D. 1960 to 1965. The correct answer is C. 1950 to 1953. Question 217. By 1951, for the first time, the majority of Canadians were able to afford A. Adequate food, shelter, and clothing. B. Expensive healthcare. C. Luxury vacations. D. International travel. The correct answer is A. Adequate food, shelter, and clothing. Question 218. Between 1945 and 1970, as Canada strengthened ties with the U.S. and other trading partners, it experienced A. High unemployment. B. A decline in global trade. C. Increased isolation. D. One of the strongest economies among industrialized nations. The correct answer is D. One of the strongest economies among industrialized nations. Question 219. What helps maintain Canada's high standard of living today? A. Government subsidies. B. Hard work and trade, especially with the U.S. C. Natural resources alone. D. Domestic production only. The correct answer is B. Hard work and trade, especially with the U.S. Question 220. What does the Canada Health Act ensure? A. Common elements of health and a basic standard of coverage. B. Free healthcare for everyone. C. Unlimited medical services. D. Private health insurance. The correct answer is A. Common elements of health and a basic standard of coverage. Question 221. In 1940, the federal government introduced unemployment insurance, which is now known as A. Employment insurance. B. Social Security. C. Federal benefits. D. National insurance. The correct answer is A. Employment insurance. Question 222. In what year was old age security first introduced in Canada? A. 1945. B. 1935. C. 1927. D. 1965. The correct answer is C. 1927. Question 223. When were the Canada and Quebec pension plans introduced? A. 1945. B. 1950. C. 1970. D. 1965. The correct answer is D. 1965. Question 224. When did the Cold War begin? A. When several Eastern European countries joined the Soviet-controlled communist bloc. B. When the Berlin Wall was built to divide East and West Germany. C. When NATO was formed to defend Western nations from Soviet influence. D. When the Cuban Missile Crisis heightened tensions between the U.S. and the Soviet Union. The correct answer is A. When several Eastern European countries joined the Soviet-controlled communist bloc. Question 225. What military alliance did Canada join with other democratic countries of the West? A. Warsaw Pact. B. North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO. C. United Nations. D. European Union. The correct answer is B. North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO. Question 226. What defense organization did Canada join with the United States to protect North American airspace? A. North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD. B. United Nations Peacekeepers. C. North American Treaty Organization. D. Allied Air Defense Command, The correct answer is A. North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD. Question 227. Which international organization is Canada a part of? A. European Union, EU. B. Western Health Organization, WHO. C. United Nations, UN. D. North African Treaty Organization, NATO. The correct answer is C. United Nations, UN. Question 228. Quebec experienced an era of rapid change in the 1960s known as A. The Quiet Revolution. B. The Big Change. C. The Industrial Revolution. D. The Peaceful Time. The correct answer is A. The Quiet Revolution. Question 229. When did the Parliament establish the Royal Commission on Bilingualism and Biculturalism? A. 1963. B. 1965. C. 1970. D. 1980. The correct answer is A. 1963. Question 230. Which act was introduced in 1969 that guarantees French and English services in the federal government across Canada? A. Multicultural Act. B. Language Rights Act. C. Bilingual Services Act. D. Official Languages Act. The correct answer is D. Official Languages Act. Question 231. The two official languages of Canada are A. French and English. B. English and Spanish. C. Mandarin and English. D. English and German. The correct answer is A. French and English. Question 232. What is La Francophonie? A. An organization for English-speaking countries. B. An international association of French-speaking countries. C. A cultural festival in Canada. D. A political party in France. The correct answer is B. An international association of French-speaking countries. Question 233. In which year did Japanese Canadians gain the right to vote in federal and provincial elections? A. 1945. B. 1946. C. 1948. D. 1950. The correct answer is C. 1948. Question 234. In which year were Aboriginal people granted the right to vote in Canada? A. 1955. B. 1960. C. 1965. D. 1970. The correct answer is B. 1960. Question 235. Which musicians gained recognition in Canada and abroad? A. Sir Ernest Macmillan and Healy Willan. B. Oscar Peterson and Glenn Gould. C. Leonard Cohen and Joni Mitchell. D. Celine Dion and Drake. The correct answer is A. Sir Ernest Macmillan and Healy Willan. Question 236. Who were the Group of Seven? A. A collective of Canadian authors. B. A team of Canadian scientists. C. A band of Canadian musicians. D. A group of Canadian landscape painters. The correct answer is D. A group of Canadian landscape painters. Question 237. Which Canadian artist is known for painting the forests and Aboriginal artifacts of the West Coast? A. Emily Carr. B. Jem MacDonald. C. Lauren Harris. D. Tom Thompson. The correct answer is A. Emily Carr. Question 238. Who is a famous abstract artist from Quebec? A. Jean-Paul Riopel. B. Norval Morisseau. C. Emily Carr. D. Lauren Harris. The correct answer is A. Jean-Paul Riopel. Question 239. Whose films have been popular in Quebec and across the country, and have won international awards? A. Dennis Arcand. B. Norman Jewison. C. Atom Egoyan. D. David Cronenberg. The correct answer is A. Dennis Arcand. Question 240. Who invented basketball? A. James Naismith. B. Steve Nash. C. Wayne Gretzky. D. Terry Fox. The correct answer is A. James Naismith. Question 241. In 1996 at the Olympic Summer Games, which Canadian sprinter became a world record holder and double Olympic gold medalist? A. Ben Johnson. B. Donovan Bailey. C. Andre DeGrasse. D. Damian Warner. The correct answer is B. Donovan Bailey. Question 242. Why is Terry Fox considered a Canadian national hero? A. For his contributions to Canadian literature. B. For his achievements in ice hockey. C. For his Marathon of Hope to raise funds for cancer research. D. For his role in Canadian politics. The correct answer is C. For his Marathon of Hope to raise funds for cancer research. Question 243. Who invented the telephone? A. Alexander Graham Bell. B. Nikola Tesla. C. Thomas Edison. D. Guglielmo Marconi. The correct answer is A. Alexander Graham Bell. Question 244. Who invented the snowmobile? A. Rick Hansen. B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. C. Pierre Trudeau. D. Wayne Gretzky. The correct answer is B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. Question 245. Who invented the worldwide system of standard time zones? A. Sir Sandford Fleming. B. Isaac Newton. C. Alexander Graham Bell. D. Thomas Edison. The correct answer is A. Sir Sandford Fleming. Question 246. Who invented the first electric light bulb and later sold the patent to Thomas Edison? A. Nikola Tesla. B. Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward. C. Albert Einstein. D. Alexander Graham Bell. The correct answer is B. Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward. Question 247. Who invented the first cardiac pacemaker? A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. B. Dr. John A. Hopps. C. Sir Frederick Banting. D. Dr. Thomas Edison. The correct answer is B. Dr. John A. Hopps. Question 248. Who discovered insulin, a hormone used to treat diabetes? A. Alexander Graham Bell. B. Thomas Edison. C. Sir Frederick Banting and Charles Best. D. Guglielmo Marconi. The correct answer is C. Sir Frederick Banting and Charles Best.